Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. For the third consecutive year, the Los Angeles Dodgers find themselves once again grappling with significant injuries in their starting rotation. As the 2025 season rolls on, it's clear that the team's pitching depth is being severely tested. Despite assembling a group of talented pitchers, the Dodgers are facing a different challenge, keeping their arms healthy and available throughout the course of the season. The recurring issue of injuries has plagued their starting rotation since 2023, a situation that has become all too familiar, though some of these setbacks are due to decisions made by the team. Blake Snell, one of their marquee offseason additions, hasn't pitched since April 2nd and is expected to be sidelined for an extended period. And as if that weren't enough, the Dodgers' pitching woes have only deepened with the injury to Tyler Glasnow. The right shoulder injury Glasnow is currently battling has further compounded the problem, putting even more strain on the team's already depleted pitching staff. Together, these two players represented the Dodgers' most expensive acquisitions in recent years. But as of now, they've only logged a combined 27 innings in 2025. While Snell's injury history isn't new, with the left-hander averaging 26 starts per season between 2021 and 2024, the situation with Glasnow is far more concerning. Over the course of his career, Glasnow has faced recurring injuries, and these have cast a long shadow over his time with the Dodgers. When the team traded for him and signed him to a large extension, they hoped they could help him overcome these injury concerns. The expectation was that they'd find a way to keep him healthy and get the best out of his considerable talent. After a season in which Glasnow made only 20 appearances and sat out the entire postseason, including the Dodgers' World Series run, the pitcher made a concerted effort to improve his durability. This included revising his off-season training regimen and making mechanical adjustments to his delivery. The changes seemed promising, but unfortunately, the results have been far from what he had hoped. In his last two starts, Glasnow was forced to leave the game early due to injury, with his most recent outing being particularly troubling. In that appearance, his right shoulder was the issue, with the discomfort described as something that comes and goes. Glasnow believes the problem may stem from fighting against his new mechanics, but at this point, no one is sure exactly what's causing the issue. In light of the uncertainty surrounding Glasnow's health, the Dodgers were unwilling to take any chances and promptly placed him on the 15-day injured list. Team manager Dave Roberts expressed caution in his decision-making, noting the importance of being careful with any player, especially a pitcher, who is reporting discomfort. My position is, when you have somebody that is complaining about things, certainly a pitcher, you're very cautious to prevent against any type of injury, Roberts stated. He further elaborated that during spring training, Glasnow had felt good with his new delivery, until he didn't. This leaves a sense of frustration, as no clear explanation has yet emerged. While the Dodgers remain optimistic that there is no structural damage to Glasnow's shoulder, the uncertainty about the root cause of the issue lingers. There's a mechanics piece of it, there's uncomfortable and not feeling right. So I think we're all just trying, as Tyler said, it's very frustrating and we're trying to get to the bottom of it. Roberts said, capturing the sense of collective exasperation surrounding the situation. Pitching coach Mark Prior echoed Roberts' sentiments, expressing his own confusion and frustration with the inability to pinpoint what's wrong with Glasnow. Prior emphasized that the pitcher's side sessions and practice sessions have shown promising signs, with Glasnow's stuff appearing at times even better than it was last season. And it's unfortunate because in a lot of his side sessions and a lot of his practice sessions, we could probably make the argument that his stuff is at or even better than it was last year at certain points, Prior explained. However, as Prior pointed out, practice sessions don't always translate into game performance. Despite the encouraging signs in practice, nothing has been able to confirm that Glasnow would perform at the high level expected of him. The uncertainty is frustrating, particularly because Glasnow had been putting in the work to ensure his health would hold up over the course of the season. Now, with Glasnow's future uncertain, the Dodgers are left with no choice but to proceed cautiously. He's going through the steps to try to figure out exactly what's going on in the acute injury process, Pryor said. Glasnow will take a few days off to allow his body to recover before starting light, throwing, and plyometric exercises. From there, the team will reassess the situation in 10 to 14 days to determine the next steps. As the Dodgers pitching staff continues to struggle with injuries, the organization faces a crucial moment. Will they be able to regain the depth and stability they desperately need in their rotation, or will the injury bug continue to plague them? The hope remains that Glasnow's injury is a temporary setback and that the necessary steps will be taken to get him back on track. For now, though, the Dodgers are left in a state of uncertainty, eagerly awaiting answers while trying to navigate their way through yet another season marred by pitching woes. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Joe Buck, a prominent figure in sports commentary, has recently stirred up some controversy with a bold statement that has sent shockwaves through the sports world. In a moment that has raised more than a few eyebrows, Buck claimed that the Los Angeles Dodgers were instructed not to win. The implications of this comment have left fans and analysts alike scrambling for clarification, and it has opened a can of worms regarding the potential influence of external forces in professional sports. To understand the full scope of this revelation, it's important to dive deeper into what Buck said, the context surrounding his remark, and the reactions that followed. First, let's break down what exactly Joe Buck meant when he said, "The order was for the Dodgers not to win." Now, Buck is no stranger to controversy. As one of the most well-known broadcasters in American sports, he's been at the microphone for numerous high-stakes games, including Super Bowls, World Series, and more. His comment came during a broadcast that, while seemingly lighthearted, carried weight far beyond the usual banter. Buck's words quickly spread across social media and sports forums, with people speculating about what kind of forces could be at play behind the scenes. On the surface, the idea that a team as storied and successful as the Los Angeles Dodgers could be under an order not to win sounds far-fetched. After all, professional athletes, coaches, and organizations work tirelessly to secure victories, and the very essence of sports lies in the competition and drive to win. So why would anyone, especially a broadcaster of Buck's caliber, make such an inflammatory statement? That's where things get complicated. One of the primary theories circulating after Buck's comment revolves around the concept of league narratives and television ratings. Major League Baseball, like all major sports leagues, relies heavily on viewership to generate revenue. With playoffs and high-stakes games often drawing the most significant attention, it's not inconceivable that certain matchups might be seen as more commercially viable than others. Could it be that the Dodgers were being held back to create a more intriguing storyline for the postseason or to drive interest in a potential rival success? That's one of the more popular theories, and it taps into a broader conversation about how much control networks and leagues have over the outcomes of sporting events. Another angle that some have considered is the idea of an orchestrated effort to level the playing field. The Dodgers have been an incredibly dominant team in recent years, consistently finishing atop the National League standings and boasting a roster full of all-stars. For some, the notion that the league might want to prevent a team from achieving too much success isn't as outlandish as it first seems. After all, the Dodgers' supremacy could potentially hurt the competitive balance of the league and lead to a less entertaining product for fans. By forcing the Dodgers to take a step back, so to speak, the league could be trying to maintain a sense of unpredictability and excitement in the postseason. However, before jumping to conclusions, it's important to consider Joe Buck's track record as a broadcaster. Buck is known for his quick wit and occasional sarcasm, which could very well mean that his comment was made in jest or as part of a broader commentary on the unpredictability of sports. Given that sports are full of unexpected twists and turns, it's possible that Buck was simply pointing out the randomness of the Dodgers' season or referencing a particularly tough stretch of games where they appeared to falter despite their talent. The reaction to Buck's statement has been intense, with fans, analysts, and former players all weighing in. Many have called out the broadcaster for what they perceive as irresponsible commentary, arguing that suggesting an order not to win undermines the integrity of the game. These critics point to the hard work and dedication of the Dodgers players, coaches, and staff who put in countless hours to ensure their team competes at the highest level. To insinuate that they were somehow instructed to lose is, to some, a slap in the face to their professionalism. On the other hand, some fans and pundits have taken a more conspiratorial approach, speculating that Buck's words may hold a kernel of truth. With the increasing commercialization of professional sports and the growing influence of television networks, it's easy to see why some might think that league officials could manipulate outcomes to benefit the broader narrative. After all, this is not the first time a major sports figure has hinted at the possibility of external forces affecting the outcome of games. Whether it's the NBA, NFL, or MLB, conspiracy theories about rigged games and manipulated outcomes have circulated for decades. Despite the backlash, Buck has stood by his comment, and it's clear that he doesn't believe he's saying anything particularly controversial. To him, it's just part of the game, the ebb and flow of sports, where not every victory is as straightforward as it seems. For fans who have followed Buck's career, this may just be another example of his tendency to speak boldly and push the envelope in his commentary. Whether it's a moment of humor, an insightful observation, or something more, it's up to the audience to decide. But what does this all mean for the Dodgers moving forward? Will this statement have any tangible effect on how their games are viewed or the perception of their dominance in the league? It's hard to say. For now, the Dodgers continue to be one of the most successful franchises in Major League Baseball, with a roster packed full of stars and a fan base that spans the globe. The comment from Buck has certainly added a layer of intrigue to their season, but whether it will have any lasting impact remains to be seen. In the end, Joe Buck's remark about the Dodgers not being allowed to win is a reminder of the complexity and intrigue that surrounds professional sports. Whether it's a carefully crafted narrative or simply a fleeting comment made in jest, it serves as a conversation starter about the nature of competition, the role of broadcasters, and the unseen forces that might shape the games we watch. For fans of the Dodgers, and sports fans in general, it's a reminder that there's often more happening behind the scenes than meets the eye. As we continue to follow the Dodgers season and witness the unfolding drama of Major League Baseball, one thing is for sure. Joe Buck's words have made an impact, and they've sparked a debate that is unlikely to die down anytime soon. Whether it's speculation, truth, or a mix of both, Buck has succeeded in keeping the conversation about the Dodgers alive and well. In the world of sports, sometimes the most unexpected comments are the ones that get people talking. And when it comes to the Dodgers, it seems that no matter what happens, the spotlight will always be shining brightly on them. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.